All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I do want to announce that I have a Twitter account now. The link is down below in the description for any notifications you might miss here on YouTube. And I ask that everyone stays tuned, every single investor and viewer, till the end of this video, because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss. I have a ticker symbol that has been downgraded by analysis ratings, and I believe this is going to be a temporary pullback. And we're going to look at the different support levels and the chart overall and the outlook on this company. So stay tuned till the end. You won't want to miss this one. You definitely want to add it to your radar and watch list. So let's go ahead and see here what's going on with Zomedica. So it actually ran up. What a run, and it hit highs here of 118. Now, when I zoom out, I see something that correlates just a little bit in similarity, and I believe it was a lot of people taking advantage of the fact that this is the first time they see it run up like this in almost a whole entire week, and they said, I'm out. Like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So let's go ahead and see here our new resistance and support. It's a pretty broad stretch. We're back above $1. And I think that's one of the most important things for this stock, to stay above $1. But when we look here, right, at this point, and we look at this point and how quick it went down, the only thing I can imagine is anyone that bought around this area here, right, went ahead and sold, like got out. Specifically, anyone got in around this area right here, right? This looked like it was a nice low. It looked like it was moving sideways. And the beginning of the day on the 20th, it was coming back up and then it fell back down. So even anyone right here around this area. So now we're talking about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 days of trading that anyone got in any of these levels and said, I'm out, as soon as they saw this go up. Anyone below that, you know, I can imagine as well saying, hey, let me take this quick profit now. Because one of the biggest things with ZOM stock is that a lot of investors are uncertain, and I've seen it in the comments, and I agree with those statements. Well, I don't know if there's going to be another catalyst now moving into February, and we have to wait till March for the true big catalyst. And like, when is the anticipation and excitement going to begin, right? That's the big question mark. When is it going to begin? Because if it begins, we would see some effect like this. Come up. Staircase effect, come up, staircase effect, staircase effect, staircase effect, and then start to work its way up to newer highs. Like, you could start seeing the bullish run continue. Now, where we're currently at, I do want to make it aware, like, to every single investor, as long as we stay above 81 and 78 cents, I mean, look where this stock came from. This was less than 10 cents, right? It's taken a lot of time to get here until it actually ran up. Now, it ran up, consolidated, and then we had a celebrity talk about it. Now, if you own pets, you're pretty passionate about this one. And I don't know if that's because you're excited and you see from a business standpoint there's opportunity because a lot of people own pets, or are you looking at it from an emotional perspective? So you got to kind of also ask yourself that question. So I agree with every single investor. When's the next catalyst? Like, it's a little bit of a worrisome risk, right? Because we need to wait till March to see when that product launches, and then we have to see how is this going to react going into February. And we have, 1 week until February, and then we have the whole February, and then almost all of March till the Truforma product launches, right? That's one of the biggest things. Right now, every single investor is asking themselves, how is this going to hold itself up? Now, it's doing really well because when we look at it zoomed out, regardless of all the volatility, it's holding up pretty well. It's staying within that channel. Now, it's a little worrisome every time we see it go below $1 because it's holding itself down below $1, which could mean a bad sign for ZOM stock. And as long as it doesn't break through 81 and 78 cents, we won't see newer lows, but we do want this to kind of move itself up and consolidate somewhere up here Honestly, that's what every investor is probably looking for. And then it could also show a little bit of more of an anticipation that if it holds itself within this area above $1, it's going to consolidate, and then we're going to move up to newer highs like it did here. Like, look how long it took for this to actually run up. I mean, this was way back from November all the way till almost the beginning of January. And right here too, you could see in November, all of December, almost till the middle of December, till it bounced a little bit. It held itself up here, and then it ran. And then it started getting wild till we're here. So we need to see this one closely. The people that believe in Zoom, you know, just be aware of the risk. Ask yourself the question, or do you see potential here as a business standpoint for pets owners and so forth? Or are you looking at it from an emotional perspective because you have a pet or you like animals? You know, you really want to think about these things to know why you're here. But the biggest thing I see here is anyone in this area was like, hey, this ran up. I don't know when I'm going to see this run up. Let's get out. And that's why it fell down just as fast. Like, I can imagine it being that one thing, really. So let's see here our 50-day moving average. It's $1. As long as we stay above $1, it's a good sign. We're in bullish territory, and the bulls can continue to work their way up and maintain some leverage here. We're at 102. Now our support level here is $1 as well. So there's a difference here from the hundreds or thousands place. So this is a really close one. So if we break through $1, just know we've already ended up in bearish territory. And the next support level is down here at 92 cents. And you're going to want to watch how the stock is reacting between these areas, and if the bulls are trying to reappear, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, this is a very broad stretch here between resistance and where we're currently sitting at 102. So if you kind of want to have a midway point, you can have here 107 as a point of reference to pay close attention to and see how the stock's reacting at 107, and see if the bulls can break through that, and that shows us momentum is going upwards. Now, it doesn't guarantee that the bulls can reach the resistance level, but at least we know that they're pulling upwards and pulling away from the 50-day moving average. So that's a good sign. But the bulls truly need to break through 116 to reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and pull away from the 50-day moving average significantly in the upward direction. So I want every single investor to be aware of that. You can use 107 as a midway point. That's completely optional, just to know where the momentum is going, but it doesn't guarantee that the bulls can maintain leverage. They need to keep on pulling up and break through 116, turn that into a support, and reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned till the end, because the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys, you won't want to miss it, and it has upward potential moving forward. So stay tuned for that. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is a ticker symbol that has been pulled back and down since earnings date, and also analysis ratings have been reiterated on the downside. So it's being pulled down by analysis ratings, and also since the date of earnings, there's been some sell-off. Now that could be some profit taking, uncertainty, or that analysis ratings is having some effect on the stock. That is why this is one to definitely have on your radar and keep on your watch list, because it's a proven and well-known company, and it could be a temporary pullback. This ticker symbol is INTC. Once again, the ticker symbol is INTC. And that is Intel Corp. Now, one thing I do want you guys to keep in mind is the fact that it does have room to pull down even more. I'm not saying that this is the bottom, but it's looking like it's holding itself up. So we want to watch this closely. Now, if you're really going to watch this closely moving into the next coming days and weeks, one of the points I will look at is down here at 51, right? From where it currently sits at 55. The next point would be down here at 49. And then I would just look down here at the very bottom, since way back here at 45. Now, it hit other lows throughout the year, but I will look at it from 45, 49, 51, and then where we're currently at, to kind of just dissect this chart as much as possible to have some type of idea of how it's reacting within these levels. But this is definitely one you want to have on your watch list moving forward, because this could be a temporary pullback. And even if it goes lower, it's going to be a temporary pullback, because if we look at the market cap of this company, it's in the billions, right? And for the price that it is, the average volume is pretty high, and today's volume was not too bad either. So, I mean, there's a lot of movement going on here. And when you look at their net profit, I mean, it's pretty reasonable. They're still with room to grow, and there's just so much potential. And this is a proven company. Now, it took a big hit back here around August and even here in October, once things started to get a little bit more official that they were no longer having their largest account, which was with Apple. Then it brought itself right back up. So I believe this is a temporary pullback, and there's two ways to look at it: either an opportunity or an opportunity to stay away. But usually these temporary pullbacks are opportunities. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any position on Intel Corp or INTC stock, but I am here to enlighten you guys on stocks that are looking like an opportunity due to temporary setbacks, either profit taking after earnings and uncertainty because of the analysis ratings. This could be the bottom here, but I'm not saying it is. It could actually continue to pull down. And then we have our other points to look at: $51, $49, and $45. If it breaks through all of those, but beyond 45, we could see newer lows. But I mean, like I said, that's when you have to reanalyze what's going on. So this is definitely one to keep in mind. And if it consolidates within this area, it could mean that there is no longer a newer low. That was as far as it was going to go. But I said it could mean that. That's why you need to watch this carefully. But at the end of the day, INTC is a well-known company, large market cap, and revenue is coming in every single quarter for this one. I mean, you could just see it. It's been growing every single year. And when you go to quarterly, I mean, it's just phenomenal. They're in the billions of revenue and net income. So very interesting stuff for this to be pulled down like that significantly. And with all the AI and these chip makers and all this opportunity of innovation, INTC is going to get a market share of that regardless. So I could see this having way more room in the upward direction regardless of how low it goes. So something to keep in mind. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.